Good Erev Shabbos. We are now between Pesach and Shavuos, and we're at this time in the Jewish calendar of growth. We're at a time where we're moving upwards to the acceptance of the Torah at Har Sinai. We're also at a time when we look around the world and we see the chaos going on in and around Israel. We see the chaos going on in and around our own communities and the college campuses and the incredible rising of anti-Semitism around us, and we want to do more. I'd like to make a suggestion of something small that we can do as a community in the next 6 weeks between our Pesach and our Shavuos. One small thing that we can do which perhaps will make a big difference, and that is the notion of tosefes Shabbos, adding on a little bit extra to our Shabbos. So what we've done is we've printed out these little cards which actually say they're going to be around shul in the afternoon. Hareni makabel tosefes Shabbos b'schus kol beis Yisrael. I'm accepting Shabbos a little early for the sake of all of Israel. And these are going to be around shul in the afternoons. Let me just explain how that's going to work quickly, because we have 3 minchas. The first 2 minchas are actually surrounding 2 plag minchas. Plag mincha is a time in which can be used as a division of the day, an hour and a quarter of relative hours before sunset, where one can straddle mincha and mariv on either end of it, if done consistently, and one is able to daven in such a way. We have 2 plag minchas. One is the Vilna Gaon, who measures the day in relative hours from sunrise to sunset, or the Magen Avraham, who measures it from dawn to stars out, and therefore it's slightly different. One is in the 6s and one is in the 7s at this point in time, and those are the 2 early minchas. When one davens those minchas early, one is naturally accepting Shabbos early. However, a lot of people do it mindlessly. I'm going to ask that people do it mindfully now, which means to say, I'm actually accepting this. That's what Lachadadi is supposed to be. When we say Mizmor Shir L'Yom HaShabbos, that's what it's supposed to be, is by saying that, one is accepting Shabbos early, and one should be doing it actively for the sake of our brothers in Israel, our brothers and sisters in Israel and around the world. The more complex time is the regular mincha, which is the Zman mincha. Some people mistakenly call this late Shabbos. Late Shabbos is not late Shabbos. If you go, late Shabbos is breaking Shabbos. It's called the Zman Shabbos. Okay. Now the problem with this is that for the men it poses a real challenge. For the women it's not so much of a challenge, because they light candles 18 minutes before Shabbos. The reason for those 18 minutes is tosefes Shabbos. That's the reason it's done, because the woman, when lighting those candles, is doing the mitzvah tosefes Shabbos every Shabbos. But many men are not able to do this, because the way our mincha is structured on an Erev Shabbos is that it's 10 minutes before sunset. That means to say by the time they're finishing mincha, it's already Shabbos. There's no acceptance of extra Shabbos, and mincha can't be davened on Shabbos if that's a Friday afternoon activity. So most men are precluded, when davening bizman, from doing tosefes Shabbos. But we can do it. And so for the next 6 weeks, from Pesach to Shavuos, what we're going to do is we're going to roll back that mincha 10 minutes, because now as it gets later, at the very end of the season, not like in October when the war started and the weeks were getting and the days were getting shorter, now the days are getting longer. For the next 6 weeks, experimentally, we're going to take on to bring that mincha 20 minutes before Shkia. So as opposed to being 10 minutes before Shkia, it's going to be 20 minutes, allowing mincha to finish and allowing us to do a real tosefes Shabbos in that minyan for the men. And they're able to therefore actively say and bring in Shabbos in the schus of all of Israel. A remarkable schus. In the merit of this friction, the merit of this mindfulness, this should truly be a benefit for our brothers and our sisters, whether they're here in the diaspora or whether they're in Israel at this critical time, at this critical time of growth. This is not a gzeira, it's not a decree which is going to be changing the face of our experience of community. This is something incremental and specific right now, and we're going to reevaluate afterwards and see how it was, and try to hear your voices are most welcome in this. If you want to understand a little more about the background of this, what tosefes Shabbos is, how it's accomplished, historically how did this work, please join me Sunday morning at 8 o'clock on my shir, and I'd like to address it in a more we'll call it contextualized picture, to understand the background of this so we can gain and appreciate this together. I thank you for your patience. I thank you for your consideration. And Be'ezra Hashem, in the schus of mindfully accepting Shabbos, just incrementally, a few minutes earlier, may it truly be a geula shlema for all of us. Have a wonderful and meaningful Shabbos.